Hello, everyone. Today we're going to learn another 10 common idioms, phrases, and sentences that native English speakers use every single day. These expressions are super useful, and I promise by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what these expressions mean and how to use them naturally in your own conversations. Here's how you can get the most out of this video. First, listen while reading the subtitles. This will help you catch every word and follow along more easily. Then, play the video again and try to repeat the sentences out loud, but this time without reading the subtitles. This will really help you improve your pronunciation, listening, and speaking skills. Don't forget to pause and write down any new idioms or phrases you like. That way, you can remember and review them later. This is a great way to boost your listening, reading, and speaking, all at the same time. This lesson is a fun and simple way to improve your English step by step. Before we dive in, if you're finding this helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. It helps a ton, and I really appreciate your support. All right, let's get started with our first expression. Number 1, I mean it. This phrase is incredibly common in American English, and you'll hear it everywhere. When someone says, I mean it, they're emphasizing that they're being completely serious and honest about what they just said. It's like putting an exclamation point on your words to show you're not joking around. Think about it this way. Sometimes when we talk, people might think we're being sarcastic or not entirely serious. But when you add, I mean it at the end, you're telling the other person, hey, I'm being 100% genuine right now. Don't doubt what I'm saying. Let me tell you about my friend Sarah. Last week, she was helping her teenage son with his homework, and he kept getting distracted by his phone. Finally, she said, put that phone away or I'm taking it for the whole weekend. I mean it. Her son knew from her tone and those 3 little words that she wasn't making an empty threat. She was completely serious, and he put the phone down immediately. For example, if your friend is always late and you're getting frustrated, you might say, next time you're late, I'm leaving without you. I mean it. You might hear something like, I'm really proud of your progress in English, I mean it. Here's another one. If you don't study for this test, you're going to fail, I mean it. Have you ever used this phrase before? It's such a powerful way to show you're serious about something. Let me know in the comments if you've heard someone say, I mean it, recently. Number 2, don't be so modest. This is such a sweet expression that we use when someone is being too humble or not giving themselves enough credit. Modesty means not bragging about yourself or your achievements, which is usually a good thing. But sometimes people are so modest that they don't acknowledge their own talents or accomplishments at all. When we say, don't be so modest, we're encouraging someone to accept a compliment or recognize their own success. It's like saying, come on, you did something amazing. It's okay to feel proud of yourself. I remember when my coworker Maria got promoted to manager last month. When everyone was congratulating her, she kept saying things like, oh, it was nothing special and I just got lucky. Finally, our boss said, don't be so modest, Maria. You worked incredibly hard for this promotion, and you deserve it. It was such a nice moment because it helped Maria realize that she really had earned her success. For example, imagine your friend just won a cooking contest, but they keep saying it was just luck. You might say, don't be so modest, your food was absolutely delicious. You might hear something like, I saw your artwork at the gallery, it was beautiful. Oh, it's not that good. Don't be so modest. You're really talented. Let's take this one. My presentation went okay, I guess. Don't be so modest, everyone was impressed. Do you think you're too modest sometimes? I know I am. It's actually really hard for many people to accept compliments, but it's important to recognize our own achievements too. Number 3, let's be honest. This expression is like opening a door to the truth. When someone says, let's be honest, they're about to share their real, genuine opinion about something. It's a way of saying, okay, I'm going to stop being polite and tell you what I really think. We use this phrase when we want to have a frank, open conversation. It's not mean or rude, it's just direct. Sometimes we need to cut through all the small talk and get to the heart of what we really want to say. My sister used this expression perfectly last weekend. We were talking about our family vacation plans, and everyone was being so polite about where to go. Finally, my sister said, let's be honest. None of us really wants to go camping. We all prefer staying in a nice hotel with air conditioning and room service. Everyone started laughing because she was absolutely right, but nobody wanted to be the first one to say it. People often say, let's be honest, that movie was pretty boring, even though everyone said it was great. For example, let's be honest, learning English is challenging, but it's also really rewarding when you start understanding native speakers. Here's another one. Let's be honest, we all check our phones way too much during the day. This expression is great for starting honest conversations. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to say, let's be honest, to get people to share their real thoughts? Number 4, I can't make it tonight. This is probably one of the most useful expressions you'll ever learn because we all have to cancel plans sometimes. I can't make it means you're unable to attend something or go somewhere. It's a polite way to say you won't be there. The word make here doesn't mean to create something. Instead, it means to arrive or to attend. So when you say, I can't make it, you're saying, I can't come or I won't be able to be there. Just yesterday, my friend Tom was supposed to come to our game night, but his daughter got sick. He texted our group chat and said, hey everyone, I'm really sorry, but my little girl has a fever. I can't make it tonight. We all understood completely because family comes first, especially when kids are sick. You might hear something like, are you coming to the birthday party on Saturday? I'm so sorry I can't make it, I have to work. For example, I wish I could join you for dinner, but I can't make it tonight. How about tomorrow? Imagine this. The concert sounds amazing, but I can't make it because I already have plans. This expression is so much more natural than saying, I cannot attend, or I will not be present. Native speakers use I can't make it all the time. Have you ever had to cancel plans with friends? What did you say? Number 5, you got this. Oh, this is one of my absolute favorite expressions. You got this is like a warm hug in words. It's what we say to encourage someone and show them we believe in their abilities. It means, you can do it, or you have the skills and strength to succeed. This expression comes from the idea that you have or possess what it takes to handle a difficult situation. It's informal, friendly, and incredibly supportive. When someone says, you got this to you, they're basically saying, I have complete confidence in you. I'll never forget when I was nervous about giving my first presentation at work. My hands were shaking, and I was convinced I would forget everything. My colleague noticed how anxious I was and put her hand on my shoulder. She looked me in the eyes and said, take a deep breath. You've prepared well, you know your material, and you're going to do great. You got this. Those 3 words gave me the confidence I needed, and my presentation went perfectly. Let's take this one. I'm so nervous about my driving test tomorrow. Don't worry, you've been practicing for months, you got this. For example, this math problem looks really complicated. You got this. Just take it step by step like we practiced. You might hear something like, I don't know if I can finish this project on time. Of course you can, you got this. When was the last time someone encouraged you this way? It feels amazing, doesn't it? Let me know in the comments about a time when someone believed in you. Number 6. It's no wonder. This expression is so useful for explaining why something happened or why something makes perfect sense. When we say it's no wonder, we mean that something is not surprising at all. In fact, it's completely logical or expected. Think of it this way: if there's no wonder about something, it means there's no mystery. The reason is obvious. We use this expression when the cause and effect are really clear to everyone. My neighbor is a perfect example of this. He practices piano for 3 hours every single day, listens to classical music constantly, and takes lessons with a professional teacher. Last month, he won first place in a local piano competition. When I heard the news, I thought, it's no wonder he won. He's been working so incredibly hard. His success wasn't surprising at all because he had put in so much effort. People often say, she speaks 5 languages fluently. It's no wonder she got that job at the international company. For example, he exercises every day and eats really healthy food. It's no wonder he looks so fit and energetic. Here's another one. They study English for 2 hours every evening. It's no wonder their pronunciation is getting so much better. This expression helps you connect actions with their natural results. Have you noticed this pattern in your own life? When you work hard at something, the good results follow naturally. Number 7, step back. Now this expression has 2 different meanings, and both are really important to understand. The first meaning is literal. It means to physically move backward, away from something. The second meaning is more metaphorical. It means to remove yourself from a situation emotionally or mentally to get a better perspective. The literal meaning is pretty straightforward. If someone says, step back, they want you to move away from something, usually for safety reasons or to give someone more space. But the metaphorical meaning is probably more common in daily conversation. When we tell someone to step back from a situation, we're suggesting they should stop being so involved or emotional about it. It's like taking a mental break to see things more clearly. Last week, my friend Mike was having a huge argument with his teenage son about college choices. They were both getting really angry and saying things they didn't mean. Mike's wife finally said, both of you need to step back from this conversation. Take a few hours to cool down, and then we can discuss this calmly. It was excellent advice because when they talked again later, they were much more understanding of each other's perspectives. You might hear something like, the fire is getting bigger. Everyone step back. That's the literal meaning. For example, you've been working on this project for 12 hours straight. Maybe you should step back and take a break. Let's take this one. I know you're upset about what happened, but try to step back and see it from her point of view. Learning to step back is such an important life skill. Do you find it hard to step back from emotional situations sometimes? Number 8, keep the change. This is a super common phrase that you'll hear in restaurants, coffee shops, taxis, and anywhere money changes hands. When you pay for something and the person starts to give you money back, you can say keep the change to let them know they can have that extra money as a tip. In American culture, tipping is really important, especially in restaurants and for services. Keep the change is a quick and easy way to tip someone without having to calculate exact amounts or ask for specific bills back. Here's what happened to me just this morning. I bought a coffee that cost $4.50, and I gave the cashier a $5 bill. Instead of waiting for my 50 cents back, I just smiled and said, "Keep the change." The cashier smiled back and said thank you. It was a small gesture, but it made both of us feel good. For example, imagine you're in a taxi and the fare is $8.20, but you give the driver $10. You might say, "Keep the change." You might hear something like, "Your pizza delivery total is $15.30. Here's $20, keep the change." People often say, "The haircut was $12, but here's 15. Keep the change." This phrase is so much easier than saying, "The extra money is for you," or trying to explain that you're giving a tip. Have you ever used this expression when you were traveling or eating out? Number 9, I'll pay you back. This is an expression we use when someone lends us money, and we want to promise that we'll return it later. It's a way of showing that we're responsible and that we don't expect the money to be a gift. Pay back means to return the money that you borrowed. This phrase is really important for maintaining good relationships with friends and family. When someone helps you financially, even with small amounts, it's polite to acknowledge that you owe them money and that you plan to return it. My friend Jessica used this expression perfectly last week. We were at lunch together, and when it was time to pay, she realized she had forgotten her wallet at home. I told her not to worry about it and paid for both of our meals. She immediately said, "Thank you so much. I'll pay you back as soon as we get to my house." And she did exactly what she promised. The next day, she even bought me coffee as a little extra thank you. "Let's take this one. Can you lend me $20 for gas? I'll pay you back on Friday when I get paid." For example, my brother helped me with my rent last month. I'll pay him back next week. You might hear something like, "Thanks for covering my movie ticket. I'll pay you back tomorrow." Being reliable about paying people back is so important for trust in relationships. Do you always remember to pay people back when they help you? Let me know in the comments. Number 10, I'll create a diversion. This is such a fun expression. A diversion is something that takes people's attention away from what they were focusing on before. So when someone says, "I'll create a diversion," they mean they'll do something to distract people so that something else can happen without being noticed. This phrase comes from movies and TV shows a lot, especially in adventure or comedy scenes. You know those moments when characters need to sneak somewhere or do something secretly. One person creates a diversion while the others complete their mission. But we also use this expression in everyday, harmless situations. Last month was my mom's surprise birthday party. While we were all setting up decorations in the backyard, my dad's job was to keep my mom busy inside the house. He said, "Don't worry, I'll create a diversion. I'll ask her to help me organize the garage." It worked perfectly. She was so focused on helping him that she had no idea we were preparing her surprise party just outside. People often say, "The teacher is coming. I'll create a diversion by asking her about homework while you guys clean up this mess." For example, "I need to sneak this present upstairs. Can you create a diversion by showing everyone the photo album?" You might hear something like, "I'll create a diversion at the front door while you go get the cake from the kitchen." This expression makes everyday situations feel a little bit like an adventure movie. Have you ever had to create a diversion for a surprise or to help someone? It can be pretty exciting. Let's recap what we learned today. We covered so many useful expressions today. Let's quickly go through them one more time. We learned "I mean it" for when you want to show you're completely serious. "Don't be so modest" helps encourage people to accept compliments. Let's be honest, opens the door to frank conversations. I can't make it tonight is the polite way to cancel plans. We also learned you got this for encouraging someone you believe in. It's no wonder explains when something makes perfect sense. Step back can mean physically moving away or getting emotional distance. Keep the change is an easy way to tip service workers. I'll pay you back shows you're responsible with borrowed money. And finally, I'll create a diversion adds a little adventure to helping with surprises or distractions. These 10 expressions will make your English sound so much more natural and native-like. The best part is that you can start using them right away in your daily conversations. If this video helped you learn something new today, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Tomorrow we'll be back with 10 more incredibly useful idioms, phrases, and sentences that will take your English to the next level. I post new videos every single day to help you improve your English naturally and confidently. Which of these 10 expressions was your favorite today? Or maybe you have a story about using one of them. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Your stories and questions help me make even better videos for English learners like you. Take care and keep practicing your English. Remember, every day you learn something new, you're getting closer to speaking like a native speaker. You're doing amazing, and I'm so proud of your dedication to learning. See you tomorrow for more English expressions that will make your conversations flow naturally and confidently.